Did you know that children who feel respected at home are 30% more likely to succeed in school? Or that 75% of parents struggle to balance love with discipline? These numbers might surprise you, but they highlight a common challenge: how to raise responsible, confident kids without constant conflict. Welcome to Breaking Down Parenting with Love and Logic: Key Strategies. This method is a game changer, helping parents guide their children with both love and structure. Imagine turning everyday power struggles into moments of learning and connection. Sounds great, right? In this video, we'll explore how you can master the art of discipline with compassion. We'll show you how to teach your kids to think before they act and how to set consequences that really teach lessons. You'll also learn how empathy can transform your parenting and how to involve your kids in problem solving. Ready to discover the secrets of love and logic and see real changes in your family life? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Compassionate Commander: Mastering Love in Discipline. When it comes to parenting, the balance between love and discipline is not just necessary, it's foundational. Parents need to be like captains of a ship, the leaders who guide but also the nurturers who care, as outlined in Parenting with Love and Logic. It's about setting limits without stifling growth. For instance, letting your child experience the mild discomfort of natural consequences can be more instructive than any lecture. Studies suggest that children who understand the link between actions and consequences tend to make better decisions. The Love and Logic method teaches that effective discipline is neither about punishment nor about being permissive. It's about loving guidance. When you say to your child, "I love you too much to argue," you're not just avoiding a fight, you're teaching respect. This approach doesn't just curb bad behavior, it fosters a positive, communicative relationship. According to Jim Fay, one of the founders of the Love and Logic philosophy, when you apply love and logic, children see their choices and consequences as a normal part of life, not as a parent imposing their will. This can be particularly empowering for children, as they learn to operate within clear, loving boundaries that make the family structure feel secure and predictable. What's fascinating is that research from the American Psychological Association supports this approach, indicating that children raised with authoritative, not authoritarian, styles, which include clear expectations combined with support and affection, perform better academically and socially. Chapter 2: Logic Leads the Way: Teaching Kids to Think, Not React. Teaching logic isn't about diminishing emotional responses, it's about enhancing decision-making skills. Parenting with Love and Logic emphasizes the importance of asking questions that prompt children to think about the outcomes of their actions. For example, instead of telling your child what will happen, ask, "What do you think will happen if you don't do your homework?" This strategy uses open-ended questions to foster independence and accountability. As children contemplate their actions and potential consequences, they're learning critical thinking skills crucial for real-world success. Educational studies have found that children who regularly engage in decision-making discussions are 33% more likely to resist peer pressure. A key aspect of promoting logical thinking is allowing children to make small mistakes in a safe environment. Mistakes are the portals of discovery, says Fay. When a child forgets their lunch and feels hungry, the discomfort teaches them about preparation and responsibility better than any reminder could. Moreover, instilling a problem-solving mindset in children not only prepares them for personal challenges but also academic ones. Schools that integrate problem-solving into their curricula see improvements in students' mathematics and science scores, according to data from the National Education Association. Chapter 3: Setting the Stage: Crafting Consequences That Teach. Crafting consequences that teach rather than punish is a cornerstone of Parenting with Love and Logic. It's about creating an environment where consequences are logically tied to behaviors. A key strategy is to ensure that consequences are immediate, as children connect their actions with outcomes more effectively when the response is prompt. For example, if a child fails to pick up their toys, the immediate consequence might be that they cannot use those toys the next day. Dr. Charles Fay suggests, effective consequences are like small doses of reality, designed to help children learn from natural outcomes. These tailored responses encourage children to think critically about their choices, fostering a deeper understanding of responsibility. Interestingly, a study by the University of Minnesota found that children who experienced consistent, logical consequences showed better emotional regulation and problem-solving skills by age 5. Another critical element is consistency. Consistency in consequences teaches children what to expect and helps them understand the stability of cause and effect. This approach reduces anxiety and builds trust, as children know their parents will follow through. Consistency is the backbone of respect, Fay notes. Without it, children may struggle to internalize lessons. In implementing these strategies, it's also vital to keep the consequences related to the misbehavior. This relevance helps children make clear connections between their actions and the outcomes. For example, if a child is careless with a video game, a logical consequence might be losing the privilege to play it for a period, rather than an unrelated punishment like missing dessert. Chapter 4. Empathy in Action: The Secret Sauce of Effective Parenting. Integrating empathy into parenting is transformative. It's not just about understanding children's feelings, it's about responding to them in a way that they feel understood and valued. Empathy is the heart of the relationship, according to the love and logic philosophy. When parents respond empathetically, they convey respect and love, strengthening the parent-child bond. One effective method is to use reflective listening. When a child expresses frustration, reflecting their feelings back to them validates their emotions and helps them process their feelings. For instance, saying, "It sounds like you're really upset about what happened at school," acknowledges their feelings without immediate judgment or solutions. This empathetic communication can lead to significant improvements in children's emotional intelligence. Research indicates that children who feel understood tend to develop stronger empathy themselves, which is linked to better social relationships and academic performance, according to a study from Michigan State University. Moreover, empathy plays a crucial role in discipline. Instead of reacting with immediate frustration when a child misbehaves, taking a moment to express understanding can change the entire dynamic. "I see you're upset, but we need to find better ways to express our anger," is a way to discipline while also showing empathy, which can diffuse the situation and lead to more constructive outcomes. Empathy also teaches children to be compassionate and caring individuals. By modeling empathetic behavior, parents indirectly teach their children how to treat others, setting them up for a lifetime of positive interpersonal relationships. Chapter 5. From Power Struggles to Problem Solving: A Shift in Perspective. Transforming power struggles into problem-solving opportunities is a powerful strategy in parenting with love and logic. Instead of engaging in a battle of wills, parents can guide children towards finding solutions. One effective tactic is to use "I" statements to express feelings without blaming. For example, saying, "I feel worried when you don't do your homework," focuses on the issue without creating a defensive reaction. This approach encourages collaboration rather than conflict. Studies show that children who participate in problem-solving are more likely to internalize the importance of cooperation. According to research from the Harvard Graduate School of Education, kids who learn to solve problems with their parents develop stronger negotiation skills and are better equipped to handle conflicts. Jim Fay highlights, shifting from control to collaboration empowers children to take responsibility for their actions. Instead of enforcing rules through authority, this strategy allows children to feel heard and involved in the decision-making process. When children help come up with solutions, they are more likely to adhere to them. For instance, if a child refuses to clean their room, instead of demanding compliance, ask, "How can we make sure your room stays clean?" This question invites the child to think creatively and take ownership of the task. It's a subtle but effective way to teach responsibility. Additionally, involving children in setting rules and consequences can reduce resistance. When children have a say in the rules, they understand the rationale behind them and are more likely to follow them. A study from the University of California found that participatory rule-making leads to higher compliance rates and fewer conflicts. Chapter 6. Beyond the Basics: Real-World Applications of Love and Logic. Applying love and logic principles in real-world scenarios can be transformative for both parents and children. One practical application is during family outings. When planning a trip, involve your children in the decision-making process. Ask them what they think the best way to prepare is and what responsibilities they can take on. This strategy not only teaches planning and organization but also makes children feel valued. Giving children a role in family activities boosts their confidence and sense of belonging, says Dr. Charles Fay. This involvement can make trips smoother and more enjoyable for everyone. Another real-world application is handling bedtime routines. Instead of enforcing a strict bedtime with arguments, offer choices within boundaries. For instance, do you want to go to bed now or in 15 minutes? This method gives children a sense of control while ensuring they still go to bed on time. The American Academy of Pediatrics supports offering choices as a way to reduce bedtime resistance and promote better sleep habits. Schoolwork is another area where love and logic shines. Instead of nagging about homework, let natural consequences do the teaching. If a child doesn't complete their homework, they might face consequences at school. This experience teaches responsibility more effectively than constant reminders. Letting kids learn from their choices helps them understand accountability, states Fay. Finally, in social situations, such as resolving conflicts with friends, guide children to think through their actions and outcomes. Ask, "How do you think your friend felt when you said that?" This question encourages empathy and critical thinking. Research from the University of Washington shows that children who practice empathy have better peer relationships and emotional health.